Well, I get lots of questions about the cast and how we found those actors and about the undeniable, amazing chemistry between the actors, particularly between Juliet and Calliope or Sarah Catherine Hook and Amani Lewis. And so this gives me an opportunity to talk about our amazing casting director, Leah Daniels. Worked together on The Quad, a show that I co-created with my friend and colleague Charles Holland that was a drama at BET. So when I got First Kill, I immediately thought I have to work with Leah because I became familiar with her work when she did Empire, and Empire was just this juggernaut that was this amazing moment in time, and I just loved the sort of swagger and the way that she cast that show, and I knew I wanted to work with her one day, and then I did get to work with her, and then on First Kill I got to work with her again, and all of us producers, we just loved her. We loved what she brought to the table, starting with the Fairmont family, Sarah Catherine Hook, who she found and brought to us, who plays, of course, Juliet Fairmont, and Oliver Dylan McNamara, who I'd never seen before, but is this amazing, just intense force of nature, and Gracie DeZeni, who plays Eleanor, of course, our heart stopper, another wonderful face that she brought to the table. And then I think with both Will Swenson, actually we got Will Swenson because that amazing Ruben Santiago Hudson is one of my mentors, and we couldn't find our Sebastian, and I called Ruben because he knows talent, and he's this amazing force in theater, and particularly on Broadway. And he was like, you know who would be great for that? Will Swenson. He has that gravitas you're talking about, and yet he has comic timing, and Will came and auditioned for us, and he was Sebastian. We knew as soon as we saw him, like, that's Sebastian. And then, of course, we have Margot Fairmont, Elizabeth Mitchell, whom I love. Actually, Elizabeth came to us with a call from my manager who said, hey, I have a manager friend who has a client who really would like to, and you're like, oh God, who is it? And he says, Elizabeth Mitchell, and I'm like, the answer is yes. And I could not wait to meet her. I'm a big fan of Elizabeth's, going back to Lost, and ended up working with her and love her now even more. She's such an amazing human being. That takes us to the Burns family, and I'll start with Jason Moore because he's the one that I worked with before. We worked together on a show called The Punisher, which was also on Netflix. And so when I read the script, truly Jason was the first one in my head for Jack Burns. I'm like, Jason is Jack Burns. And I pitched him to the rest of the producers. They loved the idea, and I called him and he read the script. He's like, that part is mine. So that was nice and easy. And then now we go back to Amani Lewis, and she's such an example of the way that Leah works, because we saw lots of actresses for Calliope Burns, and lots of talented actresses, but we just hadn't quite found her. And Leah never gives up. She's like, let me go look again. Let me turn over this rock. Let me do this. Let me do that. Like, she just loves what she does. She's so freaking good at it. And at the end of the process, where we're like, are we going to ever find Calliope? She brings in Amani Lewis, who kills it, and then has a chemistry read with Sarah Catherine Hook. And even on Zoom, because this is the middle of COVID, so we didn't even get to see the actors in person, but even in COVID, the chemistry between them, even on Zoom during COVID, the chemistry between them was undeniable. And then, of course, we go to our Burns brothers forever, Philip Mullins Jr. and Dominic Goodman. And they just killed it. They just won. Aubin Wise, who also came to us from Leah, who is in Hamilton and has this amazing voice. She plays Talia Burns. Just amazing people that Leah found. And I'm like, as soon as I saw each and every one of them, I'm like, that's the one. If you haven't gotten a chance to see some of Leah's, and she's done so much work, when you see a Leah Daniels cast movie or TV show, you start to know that it's her, because they're magical. And just like this cast and the chemistry between them all is magical, and then they are actually amazing human beings as well. So thank you, Leah, for all of the magical work that you do and the genius that you bring to your work and the joy that you bring to your work. Thank you.